you so much. Good night, friends. Good night, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Can you?
Yes, we can.
Yes,
So
we can.
we're talking about this online thing and online thing. And 5 minutes ago, I had to change my device because it shut down. Zoom froze. So we're living the same thing. So I had to change the device and run up and down very, very quickly and come back and sit down. So it is very real to us, this experience as parents and guardians, as our children. The difference is we have to take a very different approach because at the end of the day, we are still responsible for their lives until they get to the place where they can sort of fly on their own. When I think of online learning, I never knew that. I wouldn't say I'm the bravest person in the world, but I never knew I would be afraid to hear these words in the morning when I'm here with my children, daddy. Because usually when that word is sounded anytime after 8 o'clock, daddy, there is a problem going on with something, and daddy, who not very techie, going to have to solve it one way or the other. And if their mother isn't here, I have to solve it. And I've become, I believe it was Sister Walsh, I've become very technical. Well, at least that's what I tell myself, and my children think I'm brilliant. But some things are just so simple. But we have the responsibility to navigate this thing together with them, because there is an ultimate goal that we have for them and for themselves as well. And as parents and guardians, there are 3 T's I want us to think about when we think about trying to navigate this thing. And we've been doing it. We've been doing it. It's almost 2 years now. And we hope that, by December, Santa bring the cure or something, and we're going back to normal. But I got probably another 2 years. So we'll just get past that. 3 T's that we have to deal with as parents. One is we have to talk about these things. When we're struggling, when we're going through, we have to talk about it. And talking is important, especially now, because there's a lot that we take on and we keep in. And sometimes when we are building up, let me read some of the words I heard tonight: burdened, angered, concerned, frustrated. If we don't talk about these things, what may happen and what has happened is that our children get the fire from the dragon, so to speak, because we haven't been talking and sharing our frustrations. And yeah, we're trying to solve the problem, but sometimes as we're learning at the same time, it becomes even more difficult for us, and we don't talk about it. So we have to talk about it. Forums like these, having other friends, family, persons in church to just exhale and say, boy, I don't know what I'm going on, and I feel frustrated, like me, I feel, I don't know, just to get it out. That is the beginning as we try to navigate. Because at the end of the day, we want them to have the best experience in this. Because you know what I say to my children, and they look at me sort of strange. I said, listen, I'm not always going to be here. And they always say, where you going? You're going on the road. I said, no, I said, natural progression means chances I'm going to die before you. And children don't like to talk about that. But the reality is, look what happened. Almost every day, every week, I'm knowing someone who has passed away. I said, I'm not always going to be here. So my job now, I believe, that God has given to me is to try to help to prepare you for a world that is going to be hostile to you, a world that is not going to be as patient as your parents would be, a world that demands a lot. I have to help to prepare you for that now. We have to talk. We have to be honest about how we feel. We have to be honest about how we feel about how we have been coping. We have to be honest about how we might not have been coping with. We just have to talk, create those forums where we can express ourselves and get real help. The other T is tears, because sometimes we have to bawl. Whether it is the tears coming down and the other things that come with it, are bawl out, cry out, just exhale, because our mental health is also important too. And sometimes in crying, in letting out that, not necessarily in front of our children, because they might not understand and they might take it a different way, but to cry, to cry, whether it is to cry out or to literally cry, to cry, because that is helping us to heal. It is helping us to grow. It is helping us to become stronger. It might sound weird, but that's true. Me cry. Me I tell you that. Me lock up and say, my ball, whole pill and tears come down. Jesus wept so warm to me. And the third thing is to try. Yes, we're going to have some roadblocks, and yes, some things we're not going to know and not we're going to understand. Look here, I've never used YouTube so much in my life because YouTube seems to have the answer for everything. But just try any problem I type it in and there is some kind of solution. We have to try because this is not going to change anytime soon. You saw a little poster that said, normal not coming back, but Jesus is. So might as well we get with it. Talk, cry the tears, or cry out and try. Now, as parents and guardians, I want to sort of present this in a what we need to do in a different kind of way. And I like to use words, as some of you know. So somewhere just write parent. You know me stay already. Mr. Udo, because it's night. And like many who have been online, you're already gone out. 5 minutes time, your brain gone somewhere. And some of you not eat yet, me know that. And some of you have homework to do, me know that. Parent. The P means that we have to be present. Present. No, we can be in the home and still not present. We can be in the home and we have to be, I think I heard the brother saying it before. We have to make sure that we are where they are to monitor, to make sure that what they're supposed to be doing, they're actually doing. We have to be present. And it's challenging, I know, because some persons online, school is going on in the same space that work is going on. And it's difficult sometimes to take a break, to take a coffee break, to go check to see if they're doing what they're doing. I know, but we have to manage our way through all of this, to be present, not just in the physical sense, but to in the space, but to let them know, say, look here, we're concerned and we're watching. You can't trick with my 10-year-old trick. In the morning, she sign on and I hear the devotions. And I say to them, no, we're at home, but this is like school. We drop you off in the morning and I go. So I leave the room, but I'm in the house. So I'm expecting that they're in class. And 10 minutes after I leave the room, I get a call from the teacher. I don't see Daniel online. I said, no, but she's online. She's in front of the computer. I mean, hurry up and run, go downstairs. You have to be present, but sometimes you have to sneak up on them. And yeah, she's online on YouTube or she's playing game with another friend. I heard her brother saying our brother saying the same thing. We have to be present. We have to dead there. We have to know what I want because they will miss out. And yes, it's a little bit frustrating for them too. But I'll talk about that in a while. But we have to let them know that we're here. We are here for two reasons. One, if you need us, we're here to help you. But two, we want to know, say, we're there, so you can't fool me. We have to be present and present, not just in other space. The second thing that we have to do, parent, as we're navigating this, we have to affirm them. It is not an easy road. We have to big them up. We have to continue to push and to say, listen, yeah, man, we can do it together. You're doing well. I know you're having difficulties and challenges, but guess what? You can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens you. We have to be affirming them because sometimes, some were doing very well. This online thing come and bombard them and they're not too sure if them going or coming. And grades start to slip. And if we are not careful, we start saying, what is? I will start. Now, calm down. Affirm them because we're all going through this together. We're learning together. So we have to navigate it. If they're not, think about it. Just if they're not doing well, how much better they're going to do when we start to cost them? I don't think it's going to work. So be there to affirm. Say, look here, you get 40 this time? Don't worry. Everything is marked out of 100. So next time we go 80 and affirmation. Dear man, we have to push that more than any. Some are doing well, but some not doing so well. And even when they're doing well, still push it. Still outside of the academic, let them know that you value them. Let them know say you love them. You big them up, you high five, whatever. But to affirm them every single day. The R in parent is to always set rules. If they were at school, they would have rules in it. Not because they're home, them can think so them can get up and do what they want to do and go in the fridge 100 times and JPS raise the light bill. No. You set rules. You say, look here, when you were at school, you were in class for 2 hours and you never go bathroom. So why every minute you're gone in there? You set rules pertaining to what they do, rules pertaining to homework, rules pertaining to especially the older children, the times and what they do on social media, which we have to monitor like crazy. I have a testimony. Last year, I had a struggle with my teenager. Day and night is WhatsApp. I don't know what is on WhatsApp. So And I had the, the nice conversations. I'd fall asleep and wake up and see light on and hear laughter and like 12 o'clock, I'm like, who you talking to? Come on, it's not a study group and it better not be a boy. That's how I speak to her. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. And she's like, and I had to talk, this conversation, I have to set rules. I said, no, by 8 o'clock, phones off, unless you're doing some work. Setting the rules, setting the boundaries, and making sure that we keep check of it. Not because I'm at home. We stay. Remember, after all of this, they're going to go out in a world where there are rules and regulations and boundaries. So we have to begin to coach them from now so that when they go back into that space, whether it is in the setting of school, whether it is into the work-related world, that they can understand that there are things that are set in place for them to move through life and navigate even smoother. We still have to live by rules and regulations. So we said rules. It helps with the discipline as well, the study timetable, the amount of times we give them, and we have to give them, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, the amount of times we give them for leisure and for pleasure. But we have to be the ones to set the rules and the regulations and the boundaries. The E in parent is to entertain, to have fun. Yeah, we know, so we're locked up in our house almost 2 years now, almost solitary confinement, but we can still go to the road, masks and all. We can still go to the road. We can still go buy ice cream. No. Let's keep it real, like a two-piece meal deal I can no longer afford. We can't just lock up inside the stuff. Yes, we know you have Netflix and all them other stuff there, but you need to come out of the house. If you know, all right, okay, all right. Come on, we have some free Christians, so you don't want to walk. So you can drive out. Let them know that the world has not changed. Yeah, man. Carry them go Hoop Gardens. That's where I hang out. Carry them go Devon House. Carry them go downtown. But entertain, get out. I heard a sad story about 2 weeks ago. A mother took her daughter out. She's been most of the, and again, everyone has different challenges. And some parents, this is a single mom, she had to go out to work, leave her daughter at home. So the daughter spends most of the time at home. And recently they went out on the road. And you know what happened? The daughter had a panic attack. She could not deal with, because she was confined most of the time at home. She had a panic attack and now is a whole different kind of re-socialization and counseling and stuff. We have to entertain, we have to get out. Yeah, we can play games at home and things, but this is really gonna show my age. Anybody play Dandy Shandy still? Them little game, them little, just foo something, just entertain. It brings a kind of balance. All work and no play. We have to do that. And them say Christian people don't like to have fun. We don't know what I'm talking about because we love to have fun. We have to bring that. Listen, you know what I did one day? They're not hearing me now. I just went down to where the modem was and I turned it off. What happened to the? What? I said, what happened? It's not working. And I said, anyway, come, I'm gonna go for a drive then. And everybody jump in the car, go get ice cream and come back. And I said, by the way, and I just pressed the button. Yeah, what? Them terrorize us, but we can do it too. Let me move on, because I don't have a long time. The N in parent, I call it nourish. Nourish means to feed. And you can think about that in two dimensions. One, the physical. I don't need to say we have to feed them. Our problem now is trying to keep up with their appetites. Somebody need to go work. Anyway, to nourish, to feed them, to give them the kind of food that they need, because look here, and if you don't know what kind of food, look here, Google it. Or look here, talk to the people at church who are the nutritionists. Talk to them. Look here, you have experts, right? I am 100% sure you have expert online. Whether them is vegan or not vegan, I don't know. But what are the things that our children need to eat now in this kind of setting so that it can help to enhance their brain power, their immune system, the food part, but that's dimension one. Dimension two of feeding is that we still have to nourish our children with the right values and morals. You see the same online thing. Remember, as much as we think they're singing Gentle Jesus, Make a Mile all the time, sometimes the kinds of influences that are not coming into our homes that are already there. One of the things that this TikTok thing is a crazy stuff. I don't know what it's like an addiction. It's like internet coke, TikTok, and as a whole of foolishness. I'm going to say something and don't Don't think I'm prejudiced. I would say to my children, why is it that y'all sitting down looking at these crazy white people doing nothing for hours? They're like, oh, this is my cupboard and I put some milk in it. What is that? For 3, 4. I said, then now do nothing. That now do nothing to your brain. No, man. And then this, we have to nourish. We have to give them some things. Let them think. Have conversation with them. Ask them questions and tell them, don't go Google answer. Think. We have to nourish them with the right values and morals. Because look here, outer road not easy. We don't know so outer road not easy. Because people are cut and to get things the way they want it to get things happen for them the way they want it. And it may not be going to the right channels. Who know who and who are do this and that. We have to prepare our children, especially for us who are people of faith, to prepare our children for a world that is hostile to our faith and to their faith. We have to nourish them with the word of God. Tell them what is right, what is wrong, and tell them, look here, right is right all the time, no matter whether people looking or not. Nourish them with the word. See, look here. Also improves. Yeah, you see, the experts are speaking in the chat. So nourish them physically, nourish them emotionally. When last you hug them? You know, someone will not hug you, you know. When last you hug them? Yeah, yeah. Okay, high five them. Come on, we know always stay. That's part of their nourishment as well. So don't forget the food, the physical, the morals, and the tea. Our children, as we are trying to navigate and trying to help them to navigate, because of the where we start, because we're present, the P, because we're present, and we come all the way down, they will trust us. The T is trust. They will trust us. Remember once upon a time, I don't know if it happened to you, when our children were at a stage in their educational journey, when they would come home and say, teacher said, and no matter what you say, it no matter, because when teacher said, that's it, sign, seal, and deliver. Teacher said, and you start to have, okay, fine. They trusted the teachers. We have to make sure that we are building our relationship with our children in a tough time so that they will trust us. When I was thinking about the topic and thinking about the dynamics of all that it entails, I remember what Joshua said in Joshua 24:15. When coming to the end of his life and ministry, he said in the last part of that verse, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. There comes a point in our journey as parents and as guardians where the trust for us first is trusting God to help us, to help them navigate all of this. And as they see us trusting God in a them difficult time here, and as they see us proving God, and as we say to them, listen, no matter how hard it is, it's going to be well. They will trust us and they will have a greater confidence in us and also in themselves to do exceedingly great. The final thing I say to our children who might be listening is before the pandemic came, before all of this crazy stuff came, you guys had goals, you had a dream. I don't know who wanted to be the doctor or the engineer or the fantastic sports person. I don't know who it was, but you have that goal and you have that dream. Nothing has changed. The circumstances may have been challenging, but nothing has changed. And when I talk about goal, again, I'm going to be, your parents are right for you because I have to go very fast. G, always put God first. And that's why I said Philippians chapter 4, verse 13. When you scream it, I can do all things through Christ Jesus who gives me strength. You put God first in everything. So whatever your plan is, whatever you want to become, you put God first. The O after putting God first is that you have to organize yourself. Organize means order. It means discipline. You have to study. You have to do the projects. Well, maybe your parents will do the projects, but they didn't start talking about that. You have to do the work. You have to do some work. Organize yourself. You can do it. Let me tell you, wow, this pops in my head. You can start showing that you can organize yourself. Start fixing up your little room if you have a room. Yes, man, start organizing your room. Look here, my mother never come make my bed. No, you organize. You slept on that bed. You fix up that bed. Organize it. So you start in your room. You start with fixing up your shoes. You want a place to look good and neat. You start, you get, listen, when your parents come, they will know, hold on, you have maths today, oh, maths book here, so that organized. The A in goal is that every now and then you can book up on something you're not going to understand. So the A is that you ask for help, ask. Unfortunately, when my children ask for help with maths, I can't help them, but I'm glad that they ask. I ask someone else to help them. Ask for help. And if you really want to succeed, the only way to succeed after doing all of that, the L is called labor. Labor means work. You have to work for it. Heights by great men and women, reached and kept, were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions, text and IG and WhatsApp, while their companions were doing all of that, they were toiling, they were working, they were laboring through the night. And they got the 80s and 90s on their hands. So together, we can get through this. Together, we can provide our children with the atmosphere and the surroundings and the settings for them to be successful. We can provide that platform, that foundation for them to grow up. As I said before, I'm going to say it to us again. All of this as PARENT and the S for me, because you know my bias, as long as we have the Savior in it, all will be well. Thank you for listening, friends. Bless you. Enjoy the rest of the school year. And as we go together, let us grow together. In Jesus' name.
Everyone just say the truth.